Hi everybody, all my followers, be welcome to another video. Right, title or thumbnail, you know what we're gonna be doing. I usually don't record these kind of jobs, they are really straightforward, but being a car that I don't have every day, it's probably the first time I have one of these, or actually the second time. Well, actually a Boxster is the first time. I worked on two Carreras in the past, or was also a Boxster. No, I think it was two Carreras. But this Boxster is the first time, so it's not a car that I have every day. So, and who knows, as I go through, I might be I might be showing you some important information, some relevant information, I would say, and you're going to find useful. So we literally just finished the door card. If you watch my channel, you will know what that is about. If you don't, just search it, you'll know what's the problem with the window on the driver's side. And now we're going to go to the next problem. So the next problem is, as soon as I turn the ignition on, there we go. And honestly, you don't need a machine for this. You don't need to scan the car for this, because, well, it tells you in there exactly what the problem is. Now, yes, you could think about it, okay, is that front or rear? Let me show you. Okay, so I don't know how good the camera is going to capture this, but let me see if I can show you. Look how low these pads are. They have about, I would say, couple mil left of actually braking material. The discs as well, they have a massive lip here on the side. The inside looks even worse to me. I think we'll have a better look once I have everything out. So for this brake job, we do have, let me show you, we do have new sensors left and right. They are slightly different. The only difference I've seen looking at the sensors themselves is the length of the cable. Otherwise they are the same. New pads and new discs. So with no further ado, let's gonna start to take these off and get this job done. Okay, let me see if I can show you this slightly better now. There we go. Really bad. The discs have a massive lip here. So let's gonna start to take this off and change discs and pads on this thing. Okay, so this is a slightly different brake system. Not the ones more common with the two bolts on the sliding pins, etc. So this is a slightly different system, and what we do have, so I'm being extra careful so I don't do any mistakes. So in order to take this caliper off to remove the discs, we're gonna have to take this bracket, because it's a metal pipe from here to here from the flexi hose. So we're gonna have to take this bracket off, so we release the wall thing. We have these two torques here which are gonna take the whole thing off, the whole caliper. But to remove the pads, we need to take this little pin here, then we push this little sort of clip, then we push this pin that way all the way out, and the pads just slide out. So let's gonna get that done, and then to take the disc, obviously you have two Phillips screws, and that should just allow me to remove the disc once this is taken out. Okay, and the pin is out. It was a little bit of a trouble because it hasn't been removed for a long time and it was that rusty. It took me a little while to push it out, but you pull it out and this spring sort of comes out, and now we're just gonna try to push. Well, I might actually not gonna push the calipers open. I might just use the tool to push them open once I have these out. But let's gonna now take these bracket here, and then take these two bolts, these Torx, in order to, well, I might pull the pads out first, but yeah, that's gonna do that. Actually, we don't even need the tool. Look at this, how easy it is. Before we take these pads out, we'll just push these pistons back. There we go. Gonna get new disc, so we are not worried about the disc itself. Right, so let's gonna pull these out to get this finished. The bracket is loose. It's gonna take these off. Okay, there's one left. Let's pull this out. As you can see, really below. Look at this. Actually, before I take this bolt off, let's go and take the sensor, which is here. So that's the ABS, this is the wear sensor. There we go. It was gone already. So this is just like a circuit, so it just comes through, goes through the first sensor, through the next one, and goes back. As soon as the circuit is broken, that triggers the light inside on the dash. Quite simple system, really. All done. Now we're going to remove the disc using one of this. Let me show you. Using one of this. Okay guys, and I had to stop to take my Ines to the piano lessons, just go back home. So we're going to finish this off, and then I'm going to try to see if I still have time to do the other side. Yeah, so everything's back on, the disc is back on. The only thing left is to torque the caliper, which I'll take you through in a minute. Before that, let me just show you the disc. So this is how bad the inside was. Extremely bad, actually. And look how worn it was. Look how deep this actually was already. The outside, not as bad, but quite bad as well. So it really deserved some new discs. So to torque that is these two bolts here. Obviously everything else, there's nothing to torque. I still need to put that here, but I just want this out of the way. Everything else is back in place, as you can see, with a little clip, new pads, etc. And the main torque is for those bolts is 85 Newton meters. 85. Okay, and this side is now completed. So now let's kind of do this side. Two quick notes while I'm on this side. These pins have been an absolute nightmare to remove. They are so rusty. The other side I had to sandpaper everything so he would slide back in, because he's so covered in rust that is, and I really had to hammer it out. One, and second is which I did a mistake on that side. I already corrected it. So when the cable for the sensor comes out, it is actually supposed to go in there on that little groove. I missed that. I already put it back in. But yeah, just those two notes before I forgot. Another quick thing, don't forget to brush off this surface here where the caliper joins to, so make sure everything then gets straight and aligned. And that's it, all done. Okay, so it's getting dark. Well, it's not getting dark, but it's getting later. I just put all my tools away, washed the patio, otherwise the missus goes absolutely pulu. Now I don't know if there's any, if he needs any resets or anything like that, so we are going to turn the ignition on and see what happens. Let me see if there's any warnings. Boom! No warnings. All done. So I'm just gonna give you a last scan and erase all the codes, because the last scan I've done was just for the airbag. But in the meantime, I've never actually cleared the codes once I had everything disconnected here from the other videos. So we're going to give you a quick scan, clear the codes, start this thing, and pretty much it's done. Okay, all done. Let's gonna cycle the ignition. I think I need to press the brake for this. And there we go. No more warnings. All done, all sweet. Quite simple, this one for the brakes. I just thought it would be interesting, as it's something that you don't do every day. But that's it, and there's no need of resets or anything like that, so there is no sort of timing calculated brake wearing. Is literally just the sensors that once they open circuit they trigger the lights of the warning, and that's it. So guys, with no further ado, hope you enjoyed the video, hope you find it interesting, maybe there is some useful information. If you do have any questions, any comments, guys, please put them below, and like always, thank you for watching.